It is almost Girl Scout cookie season. Spokane County Republicans claim the organization gives your cookie money to organizations like Planned Parenthood that they disagree with. We verify if there's any truth to their claims.
Well, between 1 and 2 inches of snow fell in the Spokane area overnight. I'll tell you if any more is on the way. Your forecast is next.
Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Ooh. It's an all too familiar sight right now. We'll let you know when all the snow and the ice could disappear from our area roads. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Welcome everyone. I'm Whitney Ward. Jane is off tonight. Details continue to emerge in the case of a Colorado mother allegedly murdered by her fiance. Kelsey Barrett's story has made headlines since she disappeared on Thanksgiving Day. She's from a small town outside of Moses Lake and has family in Tri-Cities as well as North Idaho.
A nurse from southern Idaho took a plea deal and is now testifying against Barrett's accused killer. But could more charges be coming? Our Taylor Vito looked into that tonight. Taylor?
Well, guys, at this point, it's not entirely clear. The nurse, Crystal Lee Kenny, is from Twin Falls. Now, according to court documents, she used the victim's cell phone in Idaho after the murder. She reportedly told 2 friends about the case as well. Could those lead to new charges in Idaho? It appears authorities aren't saying.
Crystal then tells us Patrick kills Kelsey in a horrific manner.
The details have been hard to ignore. New testimony this week shed light on the case of Colorado mom Kelsey Barrett. Her ex-fiance Patrick Frazee has been charged with her death. Barrett is originally from Moses Lake and has family in Tri-Cities and North Idaho. A new character at the center of the case is this woman, Crystal Lee Kenny of Twin Falls, Idaho. According to investigators, she was in a relationship with Frazee, and Frazee had asked her to kill Barrett.
When she walks into Kelsey's condo, the scene is horrific. There's blood everywhere.
Frazee is the one who ended up killing her, cops say, but Kenny helped clean up the scene. She also took Barrett's cell phone back to Idaho and pinged it there. Kenny is also accused of telling 2 of her friends that Frazee wanted to kill Barrett. Kenny has since pleaded guilty to a felony charge of evidence tampering in Colorado. For that, she could face a sentence as simple as probation or up to 3 years in prison. But could charges come about in Idaho for her? I reached out to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Boise, but was told they can't comment on whether there's an Idaho investigation. I also put in messages to the Twin Falls County Prosecutor, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, and Teller County, Colorado, where Kenny is already charged. So far, no one has gotten back to me. Frazee, the victim's ex, is accused of using a bat to kill her. He hasn't entered a plea yet. He'll remain in jail without bond until his trial. In the newsroom, Taylor Vito, KREM 2 News.
Taylor, thank you. In other news, an Omak man in custody tonight accused of harassing members of law enforcement. The Okanogan County Sheriff says 23-year-old Jaden Ledford threatened to kill Washington State sheriffs who spoke out against I-1639. He was arrested on charges of harassment, threat to kill, and intimidating a public servant. Okanogan Sheriff Tony Howley says Spokane County Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich was named in one of those threats.
In a statement, Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich said he is pleased the Joint Terrorism Task Force took those threats seriously and conducted an investigation resulting in today's arrest. Ledford has now been transferred into FBI custody and is being moved to Spokane. We're told he's no longer facing those local charges and will soon be facing federal charges. Well, Girl Scout cookie season is coming soon. Starting March 16th, you can get your hands on as many boxes as your little heart desires.
A post about how revenue from Girl Scout cookies is used is gaining attention online. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley is verifying just how that money is spent.
The Spokane County Republican Party recently posted a question on its Facebook page. Do you know where the Girl Scouts spend their cookie money? Its question was followed by multiple links suggesting Girl Scouts have joined with Planned Parenthood and the nonprofit benefits from some of the cookie revenue. Now, to verify this, we talked to the Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho Girl Scouts CEO, Brian Newberry, and Paul Dillon with Planned Parenthood of Greater Washington and North Idaho. In one link posted by the party, it claims a girls' troop keeps an average of 10 to 20% of the money, and an average of 65 to 75% of the money collected by all local troops goes to the local council. Girl Scouts of USA will also collect a royalty payment based on its licensed trademark for every box. CEO Brian Newberry says the collected money stays local.
Girl Scout cookie revenue stays with the girls here.
He points to the organization's breakdown of how the cookie crumbles. Just over 50% of Girl Scout cookies revenue stays local. The local council uses these funds for programs, events, and training locally. Nearly 12% of the fund goes to its Troop to Troop program, benefiting local troops. And 6.8% is allocated to individual Girl Scouts in rewards, such as trips and other programs. And about 25% goes to the cost of producing the cookies, and about 4% is carved out for volunteer training and transportation of the cookies. But does any of the money end up in the hands of Planned Parenthood?
I categorically stand up and say that our organization has no partnership with Planned Parenthood.
I asked the same of the local Planned Parenthood office. Paul Dillon, Vice President of Public Affairs, says the nonprofit has no history of funding from Girl Scouts. So we can verify that money collected through Girl Scout cookie sales stays local and none of the money is given to Planned Parenthood. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Well, turning to our local forecast now, last night's storm was a little more mild than expected, but it's never too early to start talking about the next storm.
Of course not. So the inland Northwest will likely see more snow by the end of the week. Tom is in the Weather Center right now with the latest for us. Hi, Tom.
Yeah, we set a new record with the snowfall overnight, not here in Spokane. We told you that most of the snow would move to the south of us, and down in Lewiston, it snowed 4.2 inches. That is a brand new 24-hour snowfall record for Lewiston. Breaks the previous record that was set way back in 1913. And we're still seeing some lingering snow showers, not in Lewiston, but as you can see down around southeastern Washington. Most of the state, though, is dry. When you look at the current temperature, we're at 29 degrees. Wind is out of the north at 7 miles per hour. And again, looks like we've got another cold night tonight with overnight lows of 16 expected. Well, that snow's a misprint. Don't worry about that. We're going to look for mostly cloudy skies tonight. 16 the low. Sunshine expected tomorrow morning. And then we'll see increasing clouds as we get into the evening hours. We'll see a daytime high of 31 degrees. I think we'll see snow develop late Friday night into Saturday, possibly lingering into Sunday. 32 the high on Saturday, 30 expected on Sunday. I'll have the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. And all the snow we've already had is piling up all across the inland Northwest. And now a lot of it is frozen solid. It's built up on sidewalks, parking lots, especially on those side roads.
KREM 2's Alexa Block checked about this icy situation and found out how long the compact snow and ice will likely stick around for.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Man, we've gotten a lot of snow, and these ice mountains are everywhere around town. It turns out they'll be sticking around for a while. It's that time of year. We get all this snow, it starts to melt a little bit, and it freezes back up. We get massive mounds of frozen snow in the parking lots of our workplaces and our grocery stores. Like in this neighborhood near East Garland and Nevada. So there's some spots that are pretty smooth, snowy, but it's been you've got that compact ice. And then you get to some of these intersections in these neighborhoods and you just really are in for a bumpy ride. Oh, that's a big one. And it doesn't look like it'll be melting off anytime soon. For at least the next week, we'll be hovering at or below freezing cold temperatures. For most of February, we've actually been far below average temperatures. Usually this time of year we see 40-degree temperatures, but right now we're just hanging in there around the 20s and 30s. So if you've got a giant snowman in your front yard or a big ice mountain outside your office, it'll be there for a while. No cameras were harmed in the filming of this story. In Spokane, Alexa Block, KREM 2 News.